has been known to melt human flesh. They feed their babies other babies from bees, and they release a pheromone on their victims that signal other giant hornets to come sting the living daylights out of them until they're dead. Oh, did we mention they're enormous? This gives them the ability to fly 50 miles a day, so they will track you down like a tiny, horrible bounty hunter. Goliath bird eater. The Goliath bird eater is part of the tarantula family and is one of the largest spiders in the world. They can grow to be a foot wide with fangs up to an inch long. The Goliath is considered to be one of the most skilled killing machines, and they hunt mostly at night with ambush techniques, and even uses its web like a tripwire as it silently waits for its next meal. The Goliath eats not only bugs but also small prey like mice. Tsetse fly. The tsetse fly are known to be biting flies, making them nearly impossible to live with your sanity should you be caught in a swarm. They are about the size of honeybees and have little mouths perfect for biting and sucking out your blood quickly. The flies have been known to transfer numerous diseases and illnesses through their bite, especially the sleeping sickness known as African typhusomycosis. The disease is treatable depending on what stage of the illness you're in, but if you wait too long, you could die. Japanese mountain leech. What is especially creepy about the Japanese mountain leech is the fact that they can survive on dry land and have been known to fall from trees and land on their victims. They have even been known to somersault towards their victims at high speeds as well as hide in your shoes. The leeches also release a numbing substance so that they can feed off of you without you even realizing it. If you think that's bad, hope that you never meet the Japanese carnivorous mountain leech, which are so big that they are often mistaken for snakes and they swallow worms whole. Bullet ant. The bullet ant gets their name not because they look like bullets, but instead their bite is one of the most painful bites you will ever experience. They are also known as a 24-hour ant because the pain for their bites can last that long. While the bite isn't necessarily fatal, the bite is so painful that people think they've been shot. Some tribes in Brazil even use these ants for initiation ceremonies by making young boys wear gloves full of these ants and getting their hands bit so much that they become temporarily paralyzed.